if you have this sequence, I think we talked about this before, if not, this would be rather exciting. What would be the next number in this sequence? It goes 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. Right?
64.
64. That's kind of a not no-brainer. But what if I asked you what the 50th term in the sequence was? You really don't want to have to sit down and do that 43 or 44 more times to figure that out. So it's good, and I don't think you'll have to figure out the formulas, but the book will give you a formula, and you need to know how to use a formula, a sequence formula. And this is where it comes from and what it looks like, and it seems like we talked about this. Maybe this was 8th grade or whatever. When you look at formulas, what you have to think about is this. Kind of box, let me box this bad boy up. This will be a good review for you. And you kind of compartmentalize, split up every number here. Okay. You need to look at a formula in terms of terms. Sorry, I used that same word twice there. Okay, in terms of terms, where this one on top, the book uses the letter M. This is the number of the term. The first term was 2, the second term was 4, the third term 8, fourth term 16, the fifth term 32, sixth term 64. Because if you can figure out what you do to the number of the term, it's pretty easy to tell what the 50th term would be, because you would just take whatever this is to get that. Now, what to do to get that is a little tougher. The bottom one is, let me see, make sure I get this right, the letter A. When they give you a formula, the top is the letter N stands for the number of term. N, let's write that down, is the number of the term. And the letter A is the value of the term. So when you see the letter N and the letter A, that's in the sequence formula. That's what they're there for. Now, to kind of come up with the formula, this is maybe not here nor there, somewhere. Okay, back there. First thing, if you're trying to find the formula, you look at what happens between each term, and you know what the pattern is. What's happening between each term, Cameron Colquitt? Multiplying by 2. Now, where a lot of people get really mixed up in this, because it's a little counterintuitive, in that if you're multiplying by 2, in your formula, it's not multiplying by 2. In your formula, it's actually an exponent of 2. In other words, the formula for this is A, or the value of A. Let me see how they write it, just to make sure I get it right here. Yeah, A sub n equals n to the second power. Well, actually, I can't say that, can I? Can I say that? I'm sorry. Stop. Alright, what is this? It's this. It's 2, this number, to the nth power. I had something in the back here. But you don't have to figure out how to figure out the formula, because they'll give it to you. Okay, you just have to know how to use the formula. Just remember, if you are given this formula, okay, I asked you what the 50th term was, and I won't ask you to do this because it's going to be something outrageous. But you would say this: A to the 50th term, the value of the 50th term. This, by the way, is not a number. I mean, this, you don't do anything with this. This is a label. Equals 2 to the 50th power. You may want to speculate what 2 to the 50th power is. You don't, because it's really big. It'd be in the billions, or if not the trillions. So, don't know that. Let me give you an example of one that we can actually do. So here, out of the book, ladies and or gentlemen, this is one that they'll give you. They'll say, here's the formula. A sub n equals n minus 1. And they will say, find Find the 15th term. Find the 15th term. Here is your thought process. What's the letter N? Bring me back to your notes. N is the number of the term you want. Okay? What is the number of the term I want? So I put 15 any place I see an N. Okay? So the 15th term is 15 minus 1. And the 15th term, remember this does not, you don't work with this at all. That is just a label. You just say this is the value of the 15th term is 14. And that's all you're doing is substituting that thing in there. What's that? The end of what we substituted 15 in for the end, in both cases. But this, okay, this a subscript is just a label. You don't do any math with it. It's just a way to label it. The value of the 15th term. That's all that 15 tells you there. You're not multiplying by 15, dividing by 15, adding 15, or anything. This one over here, you do, because it's not a subscript. Another one you say. How about this one? Another one made out of a book. A sub n equals n squared minus 1. And you're asked to find, let's say the 8th term. So again, the letter N is 8. So I put 8 in for both of the n's there. And you say this like this: the value of the 8th term is 8 squared minus 1. And 8 squared is 64 minus 1 is 62. So you don't have to sit down and make all the tables up, whatever there. I mean, you could if you want. What would the first term be? 1 squared minus 1 is 0. 2 squared minus 1 is 3 times 3 minus 1 is 4 times 4 minus 1 is 5 times 5 minus 1 is, and so on until you get to that 8th term. But you might as well use the formula that they give you. What's that saying? What kind of stuff there? It's kind of simple, but it's kind of simple.